Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Final Show Films. I'm Sen, your executive producer. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I particularly want to thank our $20 tier supporters over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms. Those being Jerry Alexander, Samantha Bates, and Elle, without whom we don't know to do nearly as much of the things we do now. So thank you very much for your support over the years. And those of you that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. We're live.
Hi there.
Are
I
we
am
live?
William, or Shawnee, and I am your story guide for Coyote and Crow. Welcome back. Welcome back to Tales from the Mizizibi. Joining me today for this Coyote and Crow saga, I believe is the term, we have Julia.
Hi, my name is Julia, and I am playing Woya, the Tinker Path of the Coyote.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Tawasikik, a Path of the Salmon Seeker.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Nadi, who is a Path of the Falcon Seeker.
And Sen.
I'm Sen. I'm playing Zin, a Path of the Wolf Warrior.
And Holly.
I'm Holly. I'm playing Tala, a Path of the Falcon Whisperer.
And as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights, eat the rich, respect the sovereignty of the native nations.
Fuck
and-
Vince McMahon.
And this stream is powered by
hashtag
Sirenscape.
Sourclops.
Also, every time I hear Mara's introduction, I think it's Path of the Salmon Seeker, not Path of the Salmon, Seeker.
And as a reminder, Coyote and Crow is a game created by native voices for everyone, but also for native voices. And as a reminder, though many of the players here have native heritage, none of us have grown up in native culture. And so while we are using this game to explore our native heritage, we are not and should not be the final or significant voices on the representation of this game. And this game will probably not look anything like a game that would be run by native voices.
Yep.
And as always, also, the stream is powered by Sirenscape.
Yeah, I said that earlier.
So,
Maybe get in Sirenscape.
when last we left off, the group had, on the orders of the Council of 12, dispatched upon their first mission, making their way towards Station 42 at the northern ice wall. Station 54. I keep saying 42 because the number 442 comes to mind anytime, obviously. Station 54 at the northern ice wall. And along the way, seeing what assistance they could provide, met with a small village chieftain and learned that a significant, what seems to have been a small military operation task force had been seen in the vicinity of his town. Tracking them down, the group was spotted by them, which led to a brief chase in which the rear end of the squad managed to trap Tawasikik under some fallen rocks, which led to the group breaking off pursuit and allowing the squad to escape into the night, knowing full well that you had a pretty good idea of where they were going, as their direction seemed to be making for Station 54. With that in mind, we resume as the rest of the group has managed to catch up to Zin and Tawasikik, as Zin is helping Tawasikik get out from under the rubble that they had been dropped under.
You doing okay, Tawasikik?
Yeah. Damn it.
It's all right.
Lost.
We didn't lose them. We know exactly where they're going.
How are we gonna catch up, though?
Well, they're going to a stationary location, so we'll just keep going. The question is why.
Yeah.
Were we able to identify where they were from, or just that they definitely were foreign military attempting to be covert?
You definitely identified that they were foreign military, and that 2 of them were specialists who didn't seem to have much field training, and that they seemed to be military. And
have
that
a
it was
niche
only
of
the 4 people in
blades.
the photo, but you did not manage to
Yeah,
get much
and that
else.
at least one of them had a real good blade. All right. So wait for everybody to catch up. All right. So confirm that the people that were spotted traveling through the territory are heading towards the station. And also that they have, at least one of them has an Anicha blade, so careful getting close when we catch up to them.
Okay.
They know we're
Uh.
following.
Were they hostile at all towards you guys, or just running?
I mean, they created obstacles and trapped Tawasikik under a rock slide. But they didn't directly attack either of us, no.
Okay.
All right. Anyone have anything specific they want to try on the approach, or should we just get back to it?
Should we try and be quiet as we get closer?
That is the ideal.
They know we were trying to catch up with them, but maybe they'll think that this sort of
They may not know that we know where they were
dissuaded us.
going.
True.
So while they know we were chasing them, they might not know that we will eventually catch up to them.
All right. Fine. Can I
Alright.
pull up the because we were given information from the elder of the village we were just at, or town. He said, I think, that it had like information about a little bit about the research facility and like the scientists who were there. I don't think we looked into that. I want to kind of glance through as we're continue on as to what exactly is here. If anything seems like off at all. Or any clue as to why this group of people is trying to get there.
So the information that Seek had was about the individuals that had been spotted.
Okay. Did we get when we were kind of given this mission back in Cahokia?
Yeah, and I think you'd already made rolls for that one and had
Okay.
found that. Or maybe you hadn't. I don't think you did. I don't think I've told you any of this info.
I don't remember getting any of that info, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can I make a roll?
We can make a retroactive computers check to see what kind of investigation you might have had. Would you be researching? So you can make me one of 4 potential checks.
Okay.
You can make a computer search about Sakitawa or Station 54.
Mm-hmm.
You can just roll me a knowledge check about Sakitawa, or you can make me a science check about Station 54.
I'll do a computers check.
All right, standard difficulty 8.
Okay. Would I have any I'm gonna try and use a thing here. I have family who work in I have like a biologist parent. Would this help at all with kind of sussing out this
I would say
stuff?
yes. If you ask your family if you want to use that family gift, you could ask your family some questions about it while you were in town, and reduce the difficulty by your family gift rating.
Okay. I'll do so. So it's 6 now. Oop, scroll. Nope, still nothing.
Yeah, so you didn't turn up much. It doesn't look like there's a lot of information about Station 54.
If you wanted, you could spend a spend a point of mind to up that 5 to a 6.
Actually, sure. Let's do that.
And this was on Sakitawak or on Station 54?
On Station 54.
Okay. You from what little research you were able to get, you get that you just get weather prediction that heavy snow is expected in the next week around the station. So expect some kind of environmental hazard around
there. Okay. All right.
All right. Let's go quietly.
So you're another 2 days out from Sakitawak, the town at the foot of the ice wall before the station.
Oh, I thought we were already there.
No, you made it to Antigua, which was where you met C.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Antigua.
Is Sakitawak like directly on the path that way? Do we think
you suspect those agents might try and circle around it, but for you who are going here publicly, you will probably want to pass directly through Sakitawak to get there.
Introduce yourselves to the elder, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because if you look at the map screen that we're at, that circle of colored blocks is Sakitawak.
Yep.
It's not a very big town.
Yeah. So, and because this chase happened a short ways out of Antigua, if you wanted to check back in there before you went, you are welcome to, but otherwise you can continue going. But the rest of the trip north is relatively uneventful. As you get further north, the air gets colder and the land gets more barren. And the signal on your Nisa begin to fade. By the time you reach the village, it is completely gone. Which means once you're outside of Nisa range, you can only communicate as far as the horizon.
Don't like that. Don't like that at all.
I mean, if we need to stay in touch with each other, I can do
that was weird.
Okay. I mean, sorry?
Not bad, just odd. Strange.
Okay.
It's probably especially weird for Tawasikik in particular, because in your head is the only way you hear anyone's voices.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I can if we need to. I don't do it on the blue, but there wasn't much time to talk at that point. So,
The Nisa will work between each other to a certain range, but yeah, we just don't have access to the wider network.
Right. The Nisa can only communicate basically to the horizon line, and anything you can see with the Nisa you can try and communicate with.
Okay.
But we're about a bit out too far is all. Probably why the station's out this far, honestly.
Yeah. As you approach the town of Sakitawak, brace for box text. The village ahead is laid out in a series of concentric rings, set in an open, flat area with an imposing cliff wall to the north, running east to west. The solar and wind generators seem to be kept in good repair, and robot harvesters are working fields to the east. You don't see any Yutsu barges or sunwings, but that's not unusual for communities this far from large-scale printing facilities. As you approach, it is just before sunset. Someone in town must have spotted you as a boy approaches, and when he reaches you, he introduces himself as Kaya. He says he's here to take you to the elders.
Lead the way.
Thank you, Kaya.
Yes, come. I will lead you to the village elder. Elders, plural. Brace for yet more box text. We have several small instances of box text.
Multiple discrete
Kaya-
instances.
Yeah. Kaya brings you to a large home just off the center of town. In the home, two women stand over a table, blueprints and maps laid out in front of them. A third sits at a small table absorbed in a VR session. And the two that are not currently in Second Eye VR sort of turn to look. As the group of you enter, one of them sort of holds up a hand, and the other one is sort of going over a plan for a new silo to be built in town, presumably. The one who held the hand up sort of taps the third woman on the shoulder, prompting her to sort of take the VR headset off as all three of them sort of turn to look. The oldest of the three sort of turns to speak to you and brace for more box text. We've been expecting you. You should know that the council doesn't hold much sway here. The crew of the station were good people, though, so we'll help if we can. He takes a seat, and then the other two do the same. Come, we know of your purpose and have been waiting for you. If you wish to discuss plans.
Reminder of what's the actual text of the mission that we were sent on again?
So your specific mission, as given,
Determine why communication has stopped and has a crime been done.
yes, determine why communication with Station 54 has ceased and if any crime has been committed.
So then,
And Station 54 is specifically connected back to Coyote and the main.
But Sakita Walk is not under the council's jurisdiction.
Yep.
Sorry, just a question. You said were good people.
We haven't seen any of the scientists from the station for several weeks. They used to come into town regularly to gather supplies and enjoy some company. They haven't, well, as we said, they are or were good people, and you would hate to think that something foul had befallen them.
Has anybody from town seen a group of people moving clandestinely around town heading towards the station? And I'll give as much a description as I can recall of the group we were chasing.
If such a group has been seen, they have not been spotted by anyone in town.
I will look to the others to see if any of them have questions they want to ask.
Anyone else?
I got none. Sorry.
No, I think that covered it for me.
Ooh.
Nope.
Did they talk to anyone specific the last time they were in town? Anything they were doing?
Audit, the one who had sort of held a hand up as you enters, volunteers the following box text.
I have unlocked box text.
Found the
The
correct
last
letters.
Excellent.
The last time we saw them, Liwanu enjoyed some tea with me. I was telling her that we weren't going to be doing any more hunting to the north, for Ochanton stops her short with a glance. Stops her short. That's a typo. Ochanton stops her short with a glance. Horit glares. Well, it's said now. She resumes. We've stopped hunting to the north above the cliffs because many of the villagers have had bad dreams about the area. There is an evil there, even if some don't take it seriously. Ochanton, the oldest of the three, rolls her eyes at that, clearly part of the some who don't take it seriously.
Sorry, what bad dreams? Ma'am?
Horit, the one, Horit, the one who was talking about, who's just spoke. Individuals have been having bad dreams of a shadowy figure lurking in the ice to the north that consumes women whole.
Ah, a sexist monster. Could you give us a breakdown of the people that were working at the station? Just names, general descriptions, that we should be expecting to find there.
Pull up the list real quick.
Yeah.
Is there, Shawnee, is there anything, I don't know what the lore-wise or the like that would match that sort of a description of the dream woman?
Well, it's the dream creature that eats women.
Dream creature, sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead and let's see which knowledge skill might apply here.
I mean, unless it's psychology, I just have base knowledge.
Yeah, let's go ahead and roll knowledge.
Okay.
Standard difficulty.
I'll do that, sure.
I'm not.
Actually, Shawnee, would I have any adjustments to my difficulty for my blessing / curse?
Not in this particular instance, because this is just how good is your knowledge of spirits, not your communication with them.
Yeah, just didn't know if the spirits would give me anything.
That's actually a good point. I think I have something like that. I just don't remember where that shit is. There it goes.
I ignore that one, so it's just a 0.
I got 1.
Regular success number?
Yes, I was.
So with the two of you that have 1 success, spirits of hunger are wide and varied, and usually something dangerous. Constantly, like things that are associated with sort of hunger and devouring are usually not things that you want to encounter alone. You're not certain of what kind of specific spirit this might be, but if there is some kind of evil that is haunting people's dreams and causing images like that, you would assume that it is something associated in that general veneer.
Some sort of
and
Jersey
probably
Devil.
dangerous.
How many people have had the dreams? And has anybody actually, like, vanished?
No one has vanished as of yet, but the dreams are widespread and persistent. And so, for fear of endangering anyone, we have stopped hunting above the cliffs in the north.
And I'd asked for a list of the people that worked at the station.
Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
I definitely know that
Da-da-da-da-da.
means we don't need to be alone
Da-da-da-da-da.
anywhere while we're trying to do this. None of us should
No.
split up.
He will give you a list of names. I do not know if it is currently relevant, and if I find the full list of names, I will read it to you later.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Okay.
We have
You
the
have a
list
list of names. if
We
it's relevant.
know the
That's fine.
people who are supposed to be there.
That's fine. I just want to be able to identify bodies at this point.
Yeah,
Wow.
you have names.
Look, we saw enemy combatants heading that way. At the very least, they're the reason why we have to identify bodies.
We don't know
I-
the combatants.
They had a
I know-
fucking molecule thick blade. They have a
You have a molecule thick blade.
no, I don't. I just have a spear.
I thought you did. Okay,
No,
never
I
mind.
want one. Anyways,
Oh,
Jeremy.
I see. Okay.
I know that you said you don't hunt there. Does anybody still go there at all?
Been trying to avoid going anywhere near the ice for fear of danger, and considering we haven't heard from anyone in the station in a week, it seems valid.
Absolutely. But if you have a place that's dangerous, like that's the place for the kids to go, for example.
I can't answer that one. To look over at Kaya. I haven't been up there, and none of my friends have. It's cold, and there's not a lot to do there, and if it's dangerous, don't want to get hurt. But
Insight check the kid.
These are strange children.
I mean, mostly it's that it's cold and boring.
I mean, okay, yeah, fair. But like
Look, not everybody goes
a
up
bunch of
Mount
eyes.
Crumpet to tease the Grinch, okay? Only the dumbest kids go up Mount Crumpet to tease
I'm
the Grinch.
just saying, generally, this place is dangerous is the flame for young moths.
Well, see, it's not that this place is dangerous as a matter of course. It's this place is dangerous, and probably some of the kids have been having nightmares about it and don't want to go there.
I've heard nothing that suggests that kids don't go there.
Oh, boy.
Oh, Jeremy,
But fair.
colonialism never happened, so the stupid European genes never came across.
That particular brand of stupid is worldwide.
Universal.
That is a universal human trait.
Considering I know at least one child that lives in this house that will hide rather than go anywhere that is described as dangerous.
Oh, I'm not saying that everybody has it. I'm just saying it's not. It is a global trait.
Like
Hey,
if you
that's the child that's gonna live. I'm just saying.
I know, but if you tell Griffin something is dangerous, he will actively say, "I don't want to go to the dangerous place."
Yes.
Anyways, none of the kids
He's
have been
my
going
kid
there.
that's gonna live.
This is a small town too, so none of the kids
Yeah.
have been going there.
Yeah.
All right.
But if you have any more questions,
We got a list. So we've got something weird that way hunts.
and it's
we've got-
haunting the dreams of the villagers.
and it's haunting the dreams of the villagers. We've got missing scientists that haven't reported to the town at the very least for a week. We got the list of the people that are there. We've got no sightings of the people that that were heading there. Is there anything that before we head out? Is there anything that we should be made aware of as far as terrain-wise? Any particularly treacherous aspects to the journey?
The cliff face is relatively sturdy, but do beware of any loose stones that might tumble and send you down with them. The climb is not simple, even if it is not difficult.
Are there any
And-
established climbing routes?
Yes, we can mark the best routes for you to climb the cliff. And once up there, beware of snow blindness. You may not be very familiar with it, but if the sun is high, the reflection of the light in the snow can make it difficult to see or temporarily blind you.
Snowblind, can't live without you. I look at the others. Do we want to rest the night and then head out, or do we want to, with that in mind, do we want to travel while the sun's down?
What time of day is it right now?
It's evening.
It's evening.
Taki, the one who had been taking the VR session when you guys walked in, speaks up. You shouldn't go out in the cold and dark. The terrain is dangerous even for our people. We've asked Kaya's mother to give you a bed for the night, and he'll take you home and see that you're fed.
That works.
Hospitality is greatly appreciated.
Thank you.
Sort of the youngest one, which is Taki, sort of like it like gestures to Kaya to lead the group of you to his home.
Follow.
Yep.
And Kaya, like, aside from not wanting to go on the cliff, Kaya is generally excited about new people coming into town. So on the way to his house, he will pester you all about your training and what adventures you've already been on, and you know what all the cool pieces of equipment you have are, and so
Minimal, none. Hoverboard.
He's too young to have taken his Aranati, but he seems very excited about it and is hoping that he gets some kind of cool ability out of it.
Yeah.
Regale Kaya with lots of boring anecdotes about training that I do not consider boring at all.
Poor kid.
Sounds accurate.
I'm just listening.
Listening.
Yeah.
Race for box text. As you get to the house. Kaya opens the door to the longhouse, and you smell a deer and root vegetable stew being kept warm on a stovetop. Cheapy, Kaya's mother, turns and nods, replacing the ladle into the stew and wiping her hands on her apron. The elders told me to expect you. I wasn't sure if you'd have eaten, so I kept it warm. She indicates a long bench near the door. You can keep your bags and such there. And please, feel free to come down and sit and have a meal.
We would have had, it's been a couple days, we would have had opportunities to restore our mind points, by the way, right?
Yes.
Should do that.
Overextended rests.
I'm not down mind, I am only down a soul point.
Makes checks as the short rest, in addition to the gains the short rest, takes a long rest. Also gains body, mind, and soul points equal to their endurance, wisdom, and will stat. Okay, so you regain body, mind, and soul equal to your endurance, wisdom, or will stat, and also you can make a check to regain more, it looks like?
You can make a check like you would on a short rest to regain more. But also you just flat gain amounts equal to that stat, so after 2 days, you should all be good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It'd be up to 7.
Yeah, Pyro's head.
But I've been spending all of my points superfluously on nothing.
You want to keep that artificially low.
I'm just saying that there was. No, I'm not going to go into that. One of the most ridiculous home games moments I've ever seen in my life. Somebody basically saying that that killed me after they took like 2 levels of damage in a storyteller system type game.
Ooh.
And I'm like, no, yeah, I've been had basically been damaging themselves without telling other people, including the storyteller.
Oh boy.
Whoops.
Yeah. Uncomfortable.
So, We have meal and rest. I will sign to
Yes.
Tawasikik. Bruise is coming along fine?
Yeah. It's fine.
It's checking to make sure that no lasting damage from the rock fall.
No. Not externally.
You want to talk about it?
No. I want to go to bed.
Fair.
And she is taking because I have some drugs.
Good night.
I have a sleep inducer. I'm gonna take one of those.
Take some sleeping pills.
Yeah.
It's okay. I have drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
So now you can't wake up when the dream Bigfoot comes to eat you.
Listen, I'm making my choices.
I say this is certainly a choice.
Yep.
Before we all go to bed, if anyone has that dream, as soon as you wake up, note down as much as you can remember.
Okay.
There's the roll. Folklore is a subset of knowledge, I'm assuming.
Makes sense.
Let me double check.
Yeah.
Skills, knowledges. Where is knowledge? Knology.
Kenolegi. Kenolegi.
Knologa. Yeah, folklore is a specialized skill for knowledge. Okay. Also, if anyone would like to, they may make a perception check, just general perception of the skill, the stat.
Okay.
Is that a
Perception's
skill?
not a skill.
Perception
No, the
is an
stat.
attribute.
Oh,
Yeah.
the stat.
The attribute.
Oh.
Cool.
What's the success number?
Just standard 8.
Can
Okay.
I make this because I am asleep?
You can make this before you fall asleep if you so desire. Or you
Sure.
could just choose not to.
I'll choose not to. Other people are doing it.
One success.
fine.
One success.
That's a mood.
One.
4.
So all of
Nice.
you that get at least one success recognize that Kaya's mother appears to be the only adult in this household, which is not terribly unusual, but is a little odd. In like a village this far out, you would typically expect for a small community that both parents would be around the child. For those of you that got 2 or more, you notice near the door that there is a small memorial shrine. And with 4 successes from Woya, you also notice, as you're sort of taking in the rest of the building, that you sort of see the larder, like the larder door is open where they would keep most of their like supplies. It's nearly empty. If you were to guess, the stew that has been made and kept ready for you all was a large portion of what they had left.
I
I
think
mean, go ahead.
I think Waya would try and get her the mother alone at some point.
Anyone else have anything specific, or just that?
Nutty doesn't think anything too out of the norm of that. Sometimes family just disappears or dies. It just happens.
I don't notice the larder bit, and yeah, parents, family can die and not be replaced, and that's sad, but not something that I feel like, nothing that Zen would feel like commenting on, because that's just called opening wounds.
Yeah, same basically.
All right. So, Wuya, at some point after everyone has had their fill and some people have gone to sleep, you manage to catch Chippy by herself.
I don't mean to intrude, and I don't mean to come off as unthankful, but I noticed the state of your wares and what you have, and I wanted to say thank you, first off, for feeding us. Secondly, I wanted to know if there's anything we can do to help.
Go ahead and just roll charm real quick.
Standard difficulty?
Yeah, standard.
3 successes.
Nice.
Nice.
She nods, and you can see the smile that she puts on is a little forced, but it's all right. Since my husband died recently, we've fallen on hard times, but the community is caring for us. We're not in danger of running out of food. If anything gets low, we'll be fine. He had a heart attack, and Kaya and I are still in mourning.
I deeply apologize for opening that wound.
It's fine. All in all, I'm just glad that Kaya is safe and able to spend time with other children. Naughty. While this is happening, would you go ahead and roll me an investigation check?
Okay. Standard?
Yeah, standard difficulty.
7.
Well, fuck.
I know what you're good at.
There's
That's
one. Yeah,
great.
I have a couple skill sets, but I have one that is particularly good.
Love it.
I have
So
you're
you
sort of-
have a particular. Damn it!
So you're sort of taking in the environment around here while you're sitting around. And you just sort of take in details about the environment that strike you as relevant.
Okay.
One, the photos and some books are sort of scattered around the longhouse for various different things. And they seem to indicate that either Chippe or her husband, possibly, worked in a scientific research field. You don't know, you're not seeing anything specific, but they seem to have been some kind of like researcher or studied individual.
Okay.
Whether that's relevant to your investigation is up to your thoughts, but if nothing else, that might be a good connection point that might serve to raise spirits around, if that is of your concern.
All right. Fair enough. I think you chose the wrong character for this.
Fair enough. It's entirely up to you.
Come on, rookie. You can do it.
All right.
It specifically
I'm not
suggests that
gonna
it
do
might be
anything.
worthwhile to to suggest this from a player who has had the least opportunity to be in the lead. So I was like, you know what?
That's fair. But this is not a character that's meant for that. So
Jeremy's like, I
So
designed
they
this
should-
character.
yeah. They'll make note of it.
Mhm.
I don't know that they'll not at least not tonight for sure.
Mhm. So, when the evening is done, you are shown to a room with some mattresses that have been laid out to serve as beds for you all. And I'm assuming Tawasikik is already passed out on one.
Yep. I'm curled up in a corner.
For those of us that are still awake, since we know that there are both dangers in the wilderness and also figures of unknown intent in the area, even though we are in town, we should probably still keep a watch just in case.
Sorry, say that again.
I said, since we know that there's some danger in the area, both externally and from the people that we were following, even though we're in town, we should probably keep a watch just in case. Take turns over the night.
Sure.
I'm not particularly tired, so I'll stay up first. But is there any particular order y'all would like me to swap out in?
I can
I
take
can-
second.
I can slot in wherever.
Second, third.
Same.
Okay, so 4 watches. All right. I'll wake you up in a couple hours.
So you're on first, Zen?
Yep.
So who's on second?
Tala.
No, who's on first?
What's on second?
What's on second? I don't know who's on third.
If I could throw things through a computer screen.
But you can't, so I can keep saying it.
Oh,
I specifically said it like that to trigger Jeremy to do that. Well, someone to do that. It didn't have to be Jeremy. I was just hoping someone would.
Listen, that is so ingrained into my head as a Colin response. It's fucking Pavlovian at this point.
Yeah. Julia, does William have a preference for third or fourth?
Fourth.
Okay, so then first Zen, second Tala, third Nadi, fourth Wilya, Tavashi. My glasses aren't on, so I'm having difficulty reading. Tawasikik, not at all because
No,
out.
I'm out for 8 hours.
Sleeping pills.
So first watch goes relatively uneventfully. Second watch, Tala. Go ahead and just roll perception.
Taller than who?
so this is when I die.
No, this is when you see
This is
everybody
when I
else
die.
explode.
Would you like to spend a thing to up that 11 to 12, make it a crit?
Or maybe you don't see everybody explode.
Yeah.
They just explode.
What do I spend to?
One mind
That's
to
a
up that
point
11
of
to a
mind.
12.
What? I'm sorry. What?
A point of mind.
When am I? Okay.
And then roll another d12.
Then what? What do I do? Just roll
Just roll
another.
an extra d12 for a critical.
So
Okay.
1 success.
So you get 2 successes, but no critical effect.
Yeah.
Your watch is mostly uneventful, but as you're sort of like sitting out in the open area, you hear tossing and turning from Chipu and in her room.
From who?
Notably, the mother.
Okay.
Notably, Kaya does not seem to be dreaming fitfully at all.
Because they exploded. You don't dream after you explode.
How do you know?
You hear Chippet tossing and turning on their bed and occasionally get up at one point gasping over the course of the night. Over the course of your watch.
Is the door to their room open?
It's shut, but you don't think it's locked.
I mean, I don't want to completely creep her out.
I was listening to you sleep. Are you doing okay?
Yeah. I don't want to just show up over her bed.
You smell different.
Just heavy breathing in the darkness.
Sorry, I heard. Wait, sorry, what was the last thing you said? She like I heard her get up, or
You heard her like sit up quickly with a gasp at some point.
okay. Tella will go over there and just lightly knock on the door and just without opening it say, "Are you all right?"
A moment passes, and after a few seconds, she opens the door, and she looks like she's just had a very strong nightmare. She sort of opens the door and looks. You can see the rings under her eyes. Yes, sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you. I was just
No, you did not. I was not asleep. I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
It's fine. It's just the dream that's been affecting all of the women.
What exactly occurred in the stream, if you don't mind sharing?
It's hard to recall upon waking. It's only the women of the village seem to ever experience it. The men don't seem to find it. But something in the cliffs, some shadowy figure trying to consume you, trying to eat you.
And do you have the stream every night?
Not every night, and not everyone all at once, but only the women and some of them most of the time.
All right. Would you feel better if I were to keep watch over you?
It would help. Thank you.
All right. She is going. She's gonna. Who was third?
Naughty.
Oh, naughty. She's.
They're
She'll
like,
go.
fuck that noise. But frankly, understandable.
It's fine. I don't care about waking them up. She will go and like poke them in the rib cage till they wake up.
I feel like it probably it might not even take one poke. Like you might get close enough and just eyes open.
Jeez.
Hi.
Oh. Has anyone ever told you you're creepy?
Yes, many people. What's up?
I'm sorry, what's the woman's name?
Cheapy.
What is it?
Chippy.
Chippy?
Yeah.
Chip is having that nightmare, or she was.
Okay.
She said she'd feel better if I watched over her.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm going to go like in her room and watch over her. I will try to keep a general watch though. So either if you can keep a watch out here, or if you want to get some more sleep.
No, I'll keep watch out
and
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
And
of course.
yeah, she'll go in there.
So, fortunately, you're fully healed, because if you're gonna be up the rest of the night, you're not gonna get a full rest in.
Yeah.
But Naughty, go ahead and roll me perception.
All right. Just one.
With that thought having been in mind, you come to the realization that none of your compatriots seem to be experiencing the dream.
Right.
Which strikes you, but whatever that means.
Probably that it's just affecting
the villagers, yeah.
the
presumably.
people of the village
Yeah.
for reasons.
But otherwise, your watch is uneventful.
Okay.
Fourth watch is Woya.
Yep.
I'm assuming Nadi goes to wake Woya up at the end of their watch.
Yes, absolutely.
How does that go?
Just walking over, getting close enough, and just saying, "Hello, time to wake up."
There's just one eye slowly that rotates and looks at you.
It's your watch time.
The gentlest alarm clock.
Also, Tala is watching over the mom. Had the dream.
That's not good. Okay. Thank you for the update. Anything eventful other than
No.
Okay.
Very boring.
Oh, why'd you have to say that out loud?
Is that bad? Sorry. It was very eventful and terrifying.
Thank you. That's what I needed to hear.
Okay.
Get some sleep.
Why? Okay. I'm confused.
Don't worry about it.
Woya, do you, having heard that, do you go to talk with Tala at all, or?
Yeah.
All right. So Tala, Woya comes over to the room.
She's probably got the door like just open just slightly. Yes.
Are you planning on sleeping at all tonight? Or are you just...
I'm fine.
Is this like 4 bars in, I'm fine? Or is this like...
This is like, I'm fine. This is what I need to do. And I'm really feeling okay.
Okay. I am worried about her and the family, so...
As am I.
Please alert me if anything happens.
I will make sure to scream as loudly as possible.
Because this information might have been glossed over, and it is new to you specifically, Tala. You did hear from Chipit that only the women of the village have this dream.
Right.
New information.
Right. Okay, no, she will mention that to Toya. Yeah, some things she didn't mention. Only the women of the village seem to be having this dream.
William, would there be a role for her to make to now that we have a little bit more information to see if she can?
You make a folklore roll, which is a subset of knowledge if you have
Mm,
it, but you can just roll knowledge otherwise.
I have knowledge. 2 successes.
Would you like to spend mind?
Yeah, I'll spend 3 mind to make. Or, ooh, I have to spend a lot, don't I?
Your mind, yeah. To make a 12.
Yeah, I'll spend it.
Okay, roll another d12. So with 3 successes, but no critical effect. There are legends about Ninian, the Stone Man, which is a legend from this region, which is said to be a spirit of hunger. It is also said that Ninian can be trapped with a stone tomb. It's also said that there is some relation between Ninian and women specifically, though you're not bringing to mind what the specific detail was.
Do legends indicate if it's all women or if Niniang is transphobic and only certain women?
Makasung is not transphobic. It's just any
so,
women.
Okay, cool. So everyone except for Nadi.
Now, is that it
Is Zen by
focuses
gender?
on women, or
Yes,
that it
yeah, Zen's by gender.
or that it just is associated with them?
There is some kind of like you think about Ninayan and you think there's something significant about women in relation to Ninayan, and you cannot remember what it was. But women are an important part of whatever legends and rumors about the Ninayan have been.
I mean, the dream
in
is
your brain.
the dream has been about an entity hunting women, so maybe it's that.
Okay. Do you have you ever heard of the Ninayan?
Have I?
You can also roll me a knowledge check.
Let's see.
This might be a question for the elders before we leave.
Am I hitting? Hold on, I think yeah, I was hitting the wrong button. There we go.
There.
Oh, nice.
4 successes with a critical effect. The extra bit of information that was not coming to Wuya's mind is that it is said that the Ninayan is almost impossible to kill, except using the blood of a woman.
Okay, when you say using the blood of in what sense? Is it like acid to the thing, or you need to put a weapon in it?
It is said it's a legend. The specifics are kind of hard to come by.
Okay.
But it is said that the Ninayan is a dangerous spirit of hunger that has a particular vulnerability to the blood of women.
Yeah, she'll mention that to Woya.
And you know everything else that I just mentioned to Woya earlier as well.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that there are at least 4 women identifying individuals in this group. Or 3. No, 4. I did numbers
4.
right. That was Julia messing up, not her.
Nadia is the only one that does not have feminine pronouns in her list.
Correct.
Sorry, in their
list.
Their list. Fucking, I did it right.
You were talking about feminine pronouns. It makes sense.
It happens literally. That happens all the time. I will fuck up pronouns because I'm looking at or talking about one specific thing, and I will use the gender of the thing that I'm talking about when referring to people for whom that gender does not apply. because my
It's
brain
sex.
goes, these are the same thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
still beyond troublesome, but
we should tell the others when they wake up.
we will. It just seems like this is getting fuckier and fuckier the longer we go.
I do like the idea that my blood specifically gives it mixed signals.
Well,
It's nothing we can't handle, though.
yeah. No, I was about to say I don't think it can get worse, but I'm not going to say that because that's a
I
bad idea.
appreciate that. Thank
Yeah.
you. All right, I'm gonna go do watch.
Okay, go do watch. Do watch well.
Do watch, do watch, do
Yeah,
watch.
let me know if
do,
anything happens with
do.
her.
All right.
Watch.
So then stop singing in your sleep.
Zenwood.
Bad idea.
So I will. You need a perception check from me then.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me.
It's a developed habit singing in your sleep when you're a trail guardian, when you're a trail defender. It puts off bandits from attacking. Because like, oh shit, they're awake.
Like sleeping with your eyes open.
Exactly.
Two successes. Nothing eventful happens during your watch, but you do notice when Chippet wakes up in the morning, which, I mean, Thala, you notice as well because you're literally in the room there.
Right there, yeah.
But the two of you are awake and present when she gets up in the morning, and as thanks for Tala watching over her in the evening as well, will lay out some hunting and climbing gear for the whole team for when everyone else gets up as well, as a thank you. And will head out for what she needs to do during the day. Shortly after, she'll wake up Kaya before she leaves, and Kaya will start a porridge going as the sun begins to come up, and by the time everyone is awake, there is warm porridge for breakfast that is available, and Kaya will serve everyone before heading out to go to his lessons for the day.
I'll eat some porridge, and I will
Yep.
politely decline. I will politely leave one set of the climbing gear alone because I have my own.
Tala will tell the others about last night and how it's just the women of the village and tell them about the blood.
Huh.
Fear it.
Have I ever heard of an Ninyang?
Go ahead
I was
and
going to
roll me
ask the
knowledge.
same.
I'm actually gonna like just sort of like listen to the spirits that are ever present around me and see if they react at all to the Ninyang, like cut to the concept of a Ninyang. Ninyan.
Zin.
Hopefully using the vessel of spirits blessing.
No, as to say, I have a 2-point spirit world connection that Nutty doesn't understand why. So I don't know if that would help or hurt in this situation.
Both of you roll knowledge, applying your spirit blessings to reduce the difficulty
Okay.
from 8 to whatever the value is. 8 by whatever the value is.
So from 8 to 6, for example.
8 to 5.
1. Because fuck you, dice.
I'll roll.
1, but it is critical.
Yes.
2 successes for me.
So with a critical one with 2 successes for Zin, Ninian is definitely a malevolent spirit. It is dangerous and tough to kill. That much you know. It's a spirit of hunger that feeds on violence. Not certain of much else. The spirits seem afraid of it. It seems dangerous. Naughty with a critical 1 success. Something about Ninian twigs a very old memory of a pale stone-like man with long pale hair with a walking cane.
Like man, pale hair, walking cane. Okay.
We should be cautious when we're heading up the cliff. The spirits don't like that one.
No. And I will give the description. Something about this rings a bell. I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard it, but it just seems familiar.
Though, if we can drive the spirit away or deal with it, it would benefit this town significantly.
Why are we talking about this? It's daylight, it's bad dreams, and we just need to get there before this other group, whatever they're doing here.
Well,
is...
it may be interconnected.
Bad dreams are more than just bad dreams, though.
The spirit in question is a spirit of hunger and violence. It may be the reason why the scientists have stopped reporting. It may have killed them.
Or eaten them. Or both.
So,
Probably
or any
both.
number of things. It's
Yeah,
the ice.
It could be any number of things, but being equipped with knowledge is never a bad thing.
I mean, if it ate them, it probably did kill them too. So probably not either in that case.
So we have we have a direction. We have directions to the set climbing path. Does everyone have climbing gear?
No, I do.
I point at the new climbing gear.
If you didn't have any previously, pick some up and say thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that came with climbing gear?
Yes.
That's probably accurate.
There's
Why
also
would I
hunting gear if you need it for hunting food.
I think our Seata kit helps with that, doesn't it?
It does, but hunting gear is specific to hunting aspect of survival.
Yeah, I'll take a hunting kit.
So, I'm assuming you all make your way out towards the station.
Yes.
All right. Brace for box text. The cliffs are a series of rock ledges miles wide. Rope ladders show the easiest path up as it's been marked. The climb is tiring, but with your climbing gear, it's not dangerous. At the top, you feel a chill wind blowing across the rocky plain ahead of you. As you make your way across, the sky begins to darken and the air starts to feel like snow.
A storm that was forecast.
While you are making your way towards the station, Naughty, what
Mhm.
investigation roll.
I'm gonna dread investigation being my super stat, aren't I?
You made this choice.
I did make this choice. 6 successes.
Critical
It's
six.
so good.
Literally asked for this.
Yeah, I did. I 100% did.
So
It's
a few
beautiful.
things that you note. You find tracks in the snow as you're looking. The snow almost hit it, but you can see the signs that a group of people went this way. With 3 successes, you confirm that it was the team that Seek told you about, those 4 people that had been covering their tracks and that you almost caught up with previously. With a critical success, you confirm that they passed by just hours ago.
Oh, this is them. We're real close on their trail.
Good.
They must not have
Like
known. They must not have known the best place to
far
cover.
less than a day. Yeah.
How are we approaching it when we catch up with them?
Well, cautiously.
Trying to sneak up is going to be best because they want to get away from us.
We don't know why they're here.
That's what we want to know.
If they're willing to talk, we can talk. But they didn't seem particularly willing to do anything but run and throw shit at us last time.
We're probably going to need to try to sneak up and restrain them, I would think.
Okay.
Dreaded question. What is regulation in this situation?
Suyata are given largely open leave to determine their own things, but generally speaking, when dealing with unknown individuals of unknown allegiance, identify first and then determine best path from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reconnaissance is always valuable.
Yeah.
With that, we will go ahead as you continue to make your way towards the station. We will take our break, and we will come back when you arrive at Station 54.
Woo!
Remember, when we take our break, you take yours. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, grab a drink, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. We're back. A dinosaur
A
story.
dinosaur mummy story.
A mummified dinosaur story.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the Halloween special.
That
We
just
call
sounds
them Bane mummies. And you don't want to meet one.
Bane mummies?
Well,
Yes.
I do want to meet one.
Bane mummies are
I see that.
no, wrong Bane. Wrong Bane.
I've been wrapped
No,
in
these-
toilet paper to preserve my life.
sorry, got us on this tangent.
They are
so
mummies that
quickly.
were given a corrupted version of the spell of life by Set. And they are servants of Set, and they are fucking terrifying.
You were born into the stupid you adopted the stupid costume, Batman. I was born into it. Molded by it. Wrapped in
God damn
toilet
it.
paper until I couldn't stand.
I hate you so much.
That's my headcanon for Bane mummies from now on.
Well, now I'm gonna have to introduce one so you can see how fucking terrifying. they are.
Absolutely.
Well, first you have to get in a World of Darkness game of mine. But yeah.
First of all, you'll have to run a World of Darkness game for it.
Listen,
They're still not as bad as Earthbound. I'm
no,
gonna
because
say it.
Earthbounds are the scariest things ever.
Yeah, no, Earthbound was a shitty video game.
You're not wrong,
So
but
Coyote and Crow.
race for
Earthbounds are
box
the
text.
things that the antediluvians look at and go,
Sorry.
nope, not fucking with that.
To be clear, not Earthbound, the Japanese RPG video game, Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthbound, or Earthblood, I guess it was actually called.
That's
I
Earthblood.
was gonna say,
Earthblood. I thought it was
I was
Earthbound.
like, Earthbound was a very popular, very good game, actually.
I was talking about the Werewolf the Apocalypse game, but I forgot that it was Earthblood.
that's
not
what I thought
Earthbound.
you were
Yeah.
talking about.
Which
I
is
had
cool.
forgotten its name because it is that insignificant to me.
Also,
I
strictly
had
speaking,
to
Earthbound
erase it
Mother.
from my brain.
Yeah, Earthbound Mother. But anyways. Earthbound is
Yeah,
Mother
so
too.
race for box text. After an hour of walking, you arrive at Station 54, just as a light snow begins to fall. The station is nestled in a steep valley that looks like a rocky wound in the earth. Narrow and jagged, the crevice is about 500 feet wide at its widest point and 100 feet deep. There are two structures, one a prefabricated living quarters, and the other a mechanical device that you'll have to examine more closely to identify. Walking around the structures, you can see 4 individuals dressed in highly specialized uniforms that, though not familiar to you, you have seen at least once in the dark.
So I've been playing too
They
much.
approach
Oh.
They approach the living quarters cautiously, and after checking the windows, they relax. 2 go inside. The door apparently is already open, while 1 examines the other structure and 1 keeps watch.
I've been playing too much Final Fantasies, and so when you said a light snow falls, I just pictured snow from Final Fantasy 13 just falling out of the sky. Ah!
So 2 of them are going in the habitation.
Yep.
I'll gesture to Noddy, just tapping my head.
Nod a little bit, and I will connect people. So that is a soul point.
Is it a roll? Or does it just happen?
And it is a roll. I do have to do a roll. It is, I believe that's the roll thing. Yep, perception and spirit. That should be, I think that might be enough for everyone. Let me see. Perception abilities. Damn, I skipped too far. Okay. Each additional success allows me to connect to an additional person. So yeah, there's 5 of us. So I got even a success beyond that.
Nice. So, telepathic.
Oh, and actually, that would have been a lower difficulty, anyways, because friend,
Line of sight, yeah.
friend, and within line of sight. That would have been like 7 successes.
So,
Yeah, you got plenty.
telepathically. All right. 2 outside, 2 inside. Look like the same uniforms as the people that we were chasing.
So them.
Yeah. One of,
Since there are only 2 outside, do we want to take care of those first, then go inside?
That's what I was about to ask.
yeah, I mean, yeah, if we can capture them and drag them away, we can at least get some questions answered. Looking at, can anyone recognize any? Does anyone recognize anything in their uniforms? And I'm gonna see if I can taking a look now, seeing if we can recognize anything about them as far as outfits.
You can go ahead and roll me knowledge. Anyone who wants to, now that you got to look at them.
Okay.
Yeah. Seeing them in daylight, sure.
Any specific knowledges apply?
If you have something related to politics or other nations, potentially.
Wow,
One
I got
success.
4 successes somehow.
And a critical success. Yeah.
I also got 4 successes, but not critical.
On 2 dice.
Nice.
Yeesh.
You know these people personally. That's how.
So with 4 successes without a critical from Nadi, you're fairly certain you identify that the 2 that are staying outside are the more military of the 2. The 2 that went inside, based on your understanding of their appearance, are specialists. They don't seem to have field training. They seem more like just people who are here to do some kind of informational gathering. With the critical success from Tawasikik, their attire and like formation seems familiar to you, and you place them as most likely being a recon unit from the T-Swak Alliance.
The T-Swak Alliance.
Is there any ongoing conflict between the T-Swak and the free cities?
I mean, there's
No.
political tension, but no active warfare or conflict or anything.
Okay. Right. So non-lethal. If they'll talk, we should talk. But let's, Tawasikik, you and I see if we can sneak a little bit closer, and let.
Okay.
Based on what I've experienced so far of the other 3, which of you is the best talker?
Oh, clearly me. No. Yeah,
Tala.
Okay.
Tala for
Tala.
sure.
So Tawasikik and I will try to sneak closer and be in position to tackle. If you want to approach and try talking, and if they try to fight or try to run, Tawasikik and I can grab and
Okay.
tie up.
Okay.
You want me to just cautiously approach, I'm guessing?
I would say approach openly, see if they warn you off, and then see if you can talk
Okay.
to them. Wait until we're in position, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I am gonna try and activate my gift then at this point. Cooper's Grace. Let's see. To activate, I spend a point of mind here, and then I make a wisdom check. For each success, my agility
And then-
increases by 1.
Woya and Nadi stay back for range support. In case we need it.
Nope.
Okay.
Can you escalate? Can you spend mine to raise a 1 from a failure to a not failure?
No, you cannot turn a fail off with mine.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So then stealth checks for me and Nadi.
Yeah.
Or sorry, for me and Tawasikik. Do I have
Stealth.
anything?
You don't want me making a stealth check.
Do I have anything that helps with stealth? Not right now.
Oops. Yeah, there we go. No, I
have
don't want to
pretty good
edit.
stealth
I want to
score.
roll it.
I ignored that one. So that's 5 successes total.
3 successes.
And anybody trying to spot me gets a failure on a 2 as well as a 1.
Okay.
I'll say I'll Tawasika, go for the one inspecting the machinery. I'll go for the one keeping watch.
Got it.
And then when we're in position, if they don't spot us, they'll telepathically message Tala to approach.
All right. And then cool.
Yeah.
So neither of them seem to have spotted the two of your approach.
All right, so once we're in position. All right, Tala, go on.
Over telepathy. Do you want me to sneak up at first or just walk up?
We're in position if they try to attack you and they see you. So just walk up. Let's see what their reaction is to someone approaching openly.
Okay. She will do that.
They signal for the orbital strike.
Nadia and Wilya, keep your weapons ready.
So you I'm sorry, that's the wrong person's perception roll. One second.
Uh-oh.
Which one is the wrong person's reception roll?
The second one.
No.
Although she didn't do any better. So cool.
Yay.
Ah, Dakota.
We found Dakota.
That one's covered in rainbows, obviously.
Actually, that is Dakota with a H at the end. My Dakota does not have
Ah,
H at
I
the
see.
end.
Very distinct.
I mean, that said, it does track because I believe Dakota was about that perceptive as a rule.
Yeah, probably.
Like,
Oh.
love Dakota, but she was like the least perceptive Lupus I've ever seen in my life.
But you start to approach, and the one who is examining the machine off to one side seems to notice you first, despite having awful perception, and sort of turns and shouts to the sort of alerts the other one who is standing guard, who sees you coming. And then immediately like slams the door that the other two had gone inside open, and Zin, you hear him shout, "We've been spotted! Move!" And very quickly the two that were inside emerge and they begin attempting to flee.
Go, Tawasika. Yeah, I'm gonna try to tackle the. I'm gonna try to tackle the watch, the one that called into the door.
All right.
Yep.
You two will get to do this surprise, but then immediately we will begin going into initiative.
Okay.
So unarmed combat checks, I assume. What's our success number, Johnny?
Or you're going after the guard?
I'm going after the one on watch, and Tawasi was going after the one that saw Tala.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
your target number for the guard is going to be 8.
Okay.
And Tawasikik, your target number for the person investigating the machine is going to be 6.
Excellent. Am I Can I do a wrestling roll on this for like because I am specifically trying to like prevent them from moving. That's a thing.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
7
I get
successes.
more dice for that.
Get a 450.
6. 2 successes.
else?
And the roll opposing me, it fails on 2s as well as 1s.
I only got 1 in the first place. Brother didn't get a damn thing. She's a scientist.
Yeah.
So yeah, like tag this guy, lock him up, and immediately call out to the 2 that are coming out. We should identify ourselves as Suyata, right? Or is there a specific thing that you would call out?
You are Suyata. That is what you are.
So yeah, lock him up. You're surrounded by a Suyata team. Don't try to run. We just want to ask you some questions.
Off in the distance, you hear yelled, "Freeze!
What? What'd you yell?
Freeze!"
Thanks for your help, Naughty.
We now enter initiative.
Yeah.
I would like to take an 8. Whenever the initiative tracker pops up.
I'm just going to keep track of it here because there are no tokens on this map, and I don't really need a combat map for this.
Fair. I would like to take an 8.
Oh, that's right. We get to choose based on something.
Based on
Where
your
is that?
initiative.
Oh, yeah.
Up to your maximum initiative, yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to once again choose 1.
All right.
In this case, because there's not much that I can do because I am focusing on telepathy, which means I'm using my main action every turn.
Ooh.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't mention that part on purpose.
I'd like to go for 10 because I don't want this person to wriggle out before I can do something.
All right. Totten and Dakota are scientists, and we'll go at 4.
That's gonna be confusing.
Well, you're not playing Dakota. You are.
I know, but I heard Dakota, and I was like, wait, no.
Just sort of an automatic response.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Takes 6. Wayada takes 9. All right, I still need initiatives from Wuya
11.
and what?
11.
11. Cool.
I was going 11 too. We now must fight to the death.
You have to pick. Only one of you can be 11.
No, you can both be on 11.
Oh, can you? Okay, great then.
So Wuya is on 11, and Ala is on 11.
It was the T-Swick Alliance?
T-Swak.
T-Swak Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
I was very close to saying T-Swift Alliance, and I know that's not accurate.
I've been trying so hard
T-Swak.
not to like avoid. I'm glad I'm not the only person struggling with.
Yes, the Taylor Swift Alliance.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I was going to say you joke, but Swifties are terrifying.
Have you seen Swifties? They are, they're a scary group.
Yeah, I have seen their response to someone saying, that line was weird.
Not like K-pop fan bad, but no such thing exists.
All right, so first up we have Wuya and Tala.
Okay. So I know we're trying to apprehend and get as much information as possible. So, are called shots a thing in this system?
I believe so. Let me check.
We're still learning the rules.
Yep.
It's
Every
good.
day.
It's good.
Ranged weapons. I need R. Thank you. Range weapons. No, that is not what I needed. Combat. I don't. I don't see one immediately, but I'm going to say that you will be able to. It will just increase the difficulty of the
Okay. I'd like to take out a knee of who's currently engaged with them?
So I've got one near the machinery. Zin
I've got
has
the more military looking one that was standing watch.
yeah, and then the other two I think are still hidden because they were
Oh, no,
inside the
they're
building.
coming
Or
out.
have they come out now?
They're coming out now.
Yeah. Okay. And they looked
One like the
No.
two of them seem military, and two of them seem like scientists.
yeah.
You
There
can
are
always just,
one
like-
each, both inside and outside.
You could always just like do an intimidation like warning shot and plant an arrow right in front of one of the ones coming out the door.
Mhm.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. Let's do that.
All right. Go ahead and make me a ranged weapon skill check.
Am I using my specialty in Magbos here?
Yes.
Okay. 6 successes.
Nice.
With a critical effect.
Very nice.
Normally that would do a lot of damage, but
Maybe it's just a lot scary.
Come on, give into the dark side. Do a lot of damage.
but yeah, as the two individuals that are stepping outside of the room start to emerge, the two of them step out, and immediately there's just an arrow planted in the snow directly at one of their feet, and the scientist of the two sort of jumps back from that and looks over.
And from wherever, they probably can't see her, but huge toothy grin on her face. And rest of my actions.
I did say that where the Seata, you're surrounded by Seata. Hopefully that arrow will help drive that statement home a little bit more.
I'm going to use the dodge secondary action. for anything short range.
You're currently at long range, if that matters.
Oh yeah, well, long range. That does matter.
Tala?
How far away is she? Because she was approaching.
I'll say you are at medium range right now.
Okay. Tala's not gonna make the smartest decision right now. She's done with these people. So she's going to try to run and jump on the closest one and try to grab one.
The closest one that doesn't already have someone piling on them?
Yes.
Alright, make me an unarmed attack check.
This will only go well. What's the success number?
You're going after the nearest one. 6.
She actually got 2 successes.
Yeah.
2.
Alright. Didn't think so. So yeah, you sort of run up and tackle the second scientist and pin them under your body weight. That was Seekick.
All right. I'm trying to get this person I am holding to not be able to run anymore by depriving them of air. They pass out.
I was gonna say, you
Sort
know
of the
what? You know what
standard.
prevents people from talking
Yeah.
or running?
Mm-hmm.
Killing them.
Consciousness. I'm not trying to kill them. It's consciousness.
Just saying it would be effective.
I'm trying to get my character to kill someone.
Look, I am playing the goody two shoe character, which means that out of
You gotta
character,
do, yeah. You
I
gotta
have to go doubly on.
just to balance it, just for
Yes.
yourself. Yes. I understand.
I have to be the devil on the shoulder and out of character.
So primary action, I am retaining control. Secondary action, I am going to do. Let's see, non-lethal. How many ranks
Body
do I
damage
have
equal
in
to
this?
either your strength or your wrestling ranks.
That'll be strength. So 4 non-lethal damage.
How much health does Dakota even have?
Good question.
Not a lot. Cool. Well, that's 4 non-lethal damage to Dakota's 6 body.
Excellent. Okay.
No, I would have knocked them out instantly. Because my strength is 6.
Scientists, not fighters.
No excuse.
It's
And that's it
Awayada.
for me.
Awayada, the one who is currently being pinned by Zin.
Let's see what they do to determine what I do.
Wayada sort of looks up and sees the 2 scientists that they had been set to guard here, being pinned by people, and is going to try and break this grapple. What is your total unarmed combat dice pool?
7. Unless you want my athletics dice pool, which is 8.
No, not with that. That's the primary action, and I can't do much else with the secondary action.
Just corded metal muscles holding them in place.
All right, that makes it Wayada Zin.
All right. I'm gonna look at the other one, the one that's not currently pinned by anybody, and we don't want to have to resort to violence, but we will. Is the other military one carrying any weapons?
Definitely yes.
Drop your weapons, and we can just talk. I'm trying to do a social check on them. I guess.
All right, go ahead and make me a coercion check.
I'm so great at that.
Your difficulty number is going to be 4.
Any bonuses for currently having his buddy in a chokehold?
Honestly, that should be giving you a penalty, but
fair.
I'm not doing that right now.
2 successes. I was hoping for like charm, but it's fair.
No, that's coercion.
Charm?
It's really
Really?
specifically.
He's trying to be
coercion.
nice. He's trying to be nice.
It would be more.
I know. No, I know. I understand why it's not charm. I'm just saying. Zen's not good at intimidating people. If he wants to intimidate somebody, he just knocks them out. Is that secondary action to just do your strength damage to somebody non-lethally a thing specifically for Tawasiki for wrestling, or?
Yes, it's from wrestling.
Okay.
I don't know if other people who don't have. You have to have control over the other character, which takes a primary action.
Okay.
So
That's fine.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's
If you don't have the wrestling specialized skills, then you don't get to do the wrestling stuff.
Okay.
That's fine. So yeah, I will just maintain hold on him and try to talk the other guy down.
That makes it Kathek's turn. You did get 2 successes on that. And his combat compatriot and both of the scientists he's supposed to protect are currently pinned. So he's gonna make a wisdom roll. He actually succeeded his wisdom roll. So in that case, he's going to draw his war club off of his back and put it on the ground. Tahatan and Dakota are currently pinned and trying to struggle, but not really getting anywhere. Naughty.
I am going to, since I do not have a primary action, I am just going to move the secondary action to get up closer with my weapon out, trying to be extra intimidation, which I am not good at because I look nervous.
You close from long range to medium range with the gun drawn, but are focusing on your telepathic bond.
Correct.
Back to the top is Wooya and Tala. What are you guys doing?
Tala is just continuing to pin this person.
Do you want to talk to the other guy while you're pinning him?
I feel like the talking is going to come after this because I don't think I'm going to get a lot of information out of them as I'm sitting on him right now.
Oh, I was talking about the one that dropped his weapon.
That's just because you're not. If you don't think you can get information out of somebody by sitting on them, you're not sitting on them right.
I'm sorry, you
It's all
said the
about
one
positioning.
Yeah, because
the one that dropped the weapon.
yeah, because the one that isn't being tackled dropped his weapon after Zin told him to.
Okay. Okay. She will say, "We don't want to hurt you guys. We would like to get information."
if you're willing to work with us.
See where that goes, because it's going to kind of determine on what the rest of your teammates do. Well, yeah.
Woya's just going to pull out an arrow, knock it, and point and say, "The first one was a warning shot. I do not miss."
How was seeking?
Well, I'm not gonna talk.
Going
This
to choke the scientist unconscious or just hold them? That is your choice, and that will probably
is.
have a determining factor on this.
Okay. I'm just going to hold them.
Okay. With Wayada on Wayada's turn, seeing the situation and seeing that Tawasiki has not proceeded to brutalize their scientist, Wayada will also surrender, which takes us out of initiative.
So while holding Wuyata, I'm just going to go. If you're not going to try to run, I will let you go. If I let you go and you try to run, it will not end well. Are we understood?
Crystal,
I will let him go and stand up.
I think it might be her. Let me double check.
Or let them go and stand up.
Yeah, it's her.
So, first question. What is a T-SWAT Alliance Spec Ops squad doing here?
That is classified information. We're here to investigate this station.
Investigate the station for what?
Go ahead and roll me coercion, just to see how well you can get any information out of them.
They're not. Are they out of the door by this point?
Yeah, they're fully outside by now.
Okay. I'm
What-
going to check on the people inside over the mental link, and Tuasiki is going to start walking to get inside of the living quarters.
Cover that. In
You want someone to go with you?
What's the success number?
Sure.
8 standard.
It's 8. Okay.
Yeah, I will go with.
Yeah.
Looking
Just one
distracted
success.
as I do, but
Would you like to spend 4 mind to turn those 2 10s into 12s?
4 mind.
That'll roll you 2 additional d12s to potentially get you more successes.
I mean, it will get you 2 more successes, and it might get you more.
Okay. Let's do it.
Oh, good.
Roll 2d12. Another success.
All right. So, with 3 successes and a critical effect,
That's 4 successes technically, because the critical effect is also another success.
What you go back and forth with the scientists and the guards for a bit, and what you learn over the course of the conversation was that the T-SWAT Alliance was sent on a tip to investigate this station for activity that was violating treaties between the T-SWAT Alliance and the Free Cities. Based on their investigation, they have found that the station was conducting geological surveys that are in violation of treaty.
Do I have any information?
Dakota also has reports from the digging machine, which was what that second standing machine was, is apparently a digging machine, and Dakota had gotten reports off of that.
We can describe what the others are seeing inside at first if we want to, but Zen is gonna ask over the mind link if anybody, including himself, knows what sort of violation this sort of dig site would possibly be in like what it would possibly be violating as far as that treaty.
Knowledge.
Like
Yeah, you can roll knowledge.
Standard.
Do you have anything that might make it easier?
No, I don't believe so.
Standard.
Okay. 3.
Nice.
With 3 successes.
And if it was missed, by the way, because I know I'm going with
Yeah.
Was-
And we'll cover what you guys see when you enter in just a second. With 3 successes, the immediate thought that comes to your mind is geological surveys in areas that are considered either protected or outside of other people's jurisdiction and terrain would probably be in violation of treaties between nations that say don't fuck around in space that isn't yours.
Right.
Which is a major political faux pas and could be used as leverage for any number of sanctions or potential reprimands or counter action.
It's not their space. It's not their land.
Basically, don't fuck around with land that you're not in charge of.
Right.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, on the inside,
Cahokia is part of the Free States, or is it separate from?
Yeah.
Cahokia is part of the Free Cities.
Okay.
The Free Nations. Free
Cities, I think.
I think it's the Free Cities. Freelance, the Freelance.
Yeah.
And this is a freelance research station outside of freelance territory.
Mm-hmm. But it was only supposed to be doing atmospheric research.
Yeah, it was only supposed to be doing atmospheric research, not geological surveys.
Right.
Presumably, the atmospheric research was sanctioned. The geological surveys were not.
Mysteries.
The quarters when you enter into the living quarters of that building that you two are walking into, they seem to be completely barren and empty. Living quarters, workstations, and equipment all seem to be in order. But nothing. There is no sign of any kind of fight or encounter in here. The place is just empty. If you like, you can either roll me investigation or a computers check if you're specifically looking for anything on the workstations.
Yeah, I wonder which one I'm gonna roll.
I'll go for the computers then.
I mean, I'm not bad with computers, but you know,
you have a specialty.
Yeah.
Use it. It's beautiful.
5.
Anyone? Either of you have geology as a science?
Oh,
Nope.
We are not a bunch of scientists.
I do not have ranks in science.
I need to re-roll that. I still have my
do.
success number set too low.
I mean, the
What
two
the heck?
successes
Doesn't
were
matter.
8s.
You rolled 8s.
Oh,
You still
okay.
rolled. You still rolled 8s.
There we
You
go.
still
Okay.
rolled 2.
Beautiful. All right. It was meant to be.
Does anyone have farming?
I don't believe. No, I do not have ranks in farming.
Yes, I do.
Ooh. Your ranks in farming. As soon as you walk in here and get a look around and look at the equipment that's on display, this station can't possibly be getting any good weather data. Like, this equipment and their setup is completely wrong for gathering weather information like they say they should be.
They weren't tracking the weather.
Do you say that
They're-
over telepathic link?
No, I think right now just between
Okay.
us two.
Well, that's unfortunate because it's going to get communicated.
Okay, that's fair. That's very
Naughty
fair.
does not. When the
I don't think
telepathic
she's
link
used to
is-
the I don't
Right.
think she's used to the telepathic link.
when the link is connected, I don't think that they know the difference between if
Beautiful.
they're speaking verbally or verbally / sign, or speaking telepathically.
Yeah.
It's the same for them.
And because it's relevant, I do have a number of scientists that were at the station. There were 3.
Okay.
There were supposed to be 3 scientists here.
Waya will say over the telepathic link, if you give me a minute, I can get in there and potentially figure out what exactly they were looking for.
So just to make sure, in case I missed it, did
Your
3 successes on the knowledge
go
roll?
over your investigation.
Or I'm sorry, 5 on the investigation.
Yeah. So what you dig through as you sort of dig through computers and look through everything, as you look around, you find notes and you find notes and information and like logs sort of spread around the area that look like personal logs from the crew. It looks like there are 2 male scientists and a woman named Yanaba.
Okay.
Who are the 3 crew that are supposed to be here?
That are not here.
That are not here.
Okay.
Based on the extent of the logs that you're finding, it looks like they were digging. They were performing core excavation, core samples of the area around the ice wall. And it looks like something happened after their most recent dig that went deeper than ever before.
Okay. Well, that's a thing.
They started having nightmares, and at one point Yanaba ran off.
Okay.
And the last entry just says, "I sense a shadow drawing near."
Okay.
And then there's nothing else.
So yeah, over the link, Nadi says, well, if they're not set up for farming, with all it, that had to have been a front then, I think, so they could do this digging. And it looks like I think they might have found what everyone's dreaming about. Because it looks like they dug too deep.
So
and beyond
and
that,
start
you
getting
also find
the dreams.
The entrance to the building also leads into the digging shaft. There is a series of tunnels below
where we are currently right now, the building we're in.
Yeah, there are tunnels that go down from the building.
I think our problem is down below us. Us directly right now.
Yeah, Waya's heading in there.
Or I guess I should say, not below us, but was below us. I'm guessing.
All right, let's
Like
deal.
the core drill. There's a hole like that's been dug out of the environment that this place is set up around.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to drop down into tunnels.
Woya, Woya, go in there. Do not go anywhere beyond the initial area.
I just want to double check everything they've looked at to see if there's anything they might have missed.
Absolutely. Don't go any further.
And with your total investigation of the area, Nadi, with one success, you find that there's some blood splatter from what seems like either a club or a rock that's just outside the door, not inside, but outside.
Hey.
There was no struggle in the residence. No one was forced to leave with 3 successes. And You didn't get any critical investigations. So.
No.
Out loud.
I think we should go down and look.
Let's deal with our guests first.
Okay.
Out loud. Actually, over the telepathic link, check and see if you can establish communication with Cahokia.
Let's try and do that on the computer system.
I'll look at the computery person.
And then out loud to the T-SWAT team. All right. Obviously, we need to verify what your accusations are, because we're here to investigate the disappearance of some scientists from this station. And right now, the only culprits we've got are you.
As in plays bad cop.
So, I'm going to let my team go in there. Tal and I are going to stay out here to keep an eye on you guys. Everything checks out. We'll figure out what to do in a way that's beneficial for everyone. Sound good?
Wayata, the person, the scout who seems to have been their person in charge and sort of guiding them, just says, our information is good, and the free lands will not get away with this without ramification.
We're not here to deal with your treaty stuff. We're here to deal with the possible abduction and murder of some scientists and free nations and free cities' citizens. So either you can cooperate, or we can end your investigation.
Killing us would be seen as an attack on the T-SWAT Alliance.
I just give him a stare that indicates that that's not my jurisdiction.
You may say that, but you are actually representatives of the freelance right now.
Yeah, but right now we're dealing with a potential murder investigation.
Yep.
And they are potential suspects.
Diplomatic situations are complicated.
They are. Zen is bluffing at this point.
Yeah. Also, lying is the thing.
But
I'm just standing at the hole.
so Woya, you hop down.
Oh, I thought I was going to look at computer stuff.
Oh, are you? Okay, yeah. Go roll me
Yeah.
computers.
Yeah, over the mind link.
Oh,
I'm the
step
one that wants
aside,
to jump
indicate-
down.
Yeah, step aside, indicate I don't know.
Oh yeah, over the mind.
Seriously?
Oh God.
Damn. Okay. A success.
There are some personal journals here on this computer. Yanaba recounts several days of frightening dreams. Wimaten, one of the two men, seems to have dreamt of heroically defending his fellow scientists from some danger.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed. It's not like the audio journals in Event Horizon.
Over the mind link. If we can contact Cahokia, we basically need to get the council's. We need to find out what the council wants us to do with these guys.
Right. The mission.
Yeah.
So she's going to attempt to do that.
See if we can contact Cahokia from the station, like it's supposed to be able to do.
Roll me hacking real quick.
Well, that's being rolled. Shawnee, you said that there was no indication of a struggle inside, nor indication
Yeah, there's no indication of a struggle inside the residence, and no indication that anyone was forced out of the residence.
But there's
but
no
there is some blood splatter just outside the door.
right. Is there any indication that there was a struggle outside that could have potentially been brought inside? For example, knock somebody out and throw them in a hole?
Not that you're seeing. Like, there's no like drag lines in the snow or anything. Although
Okay.
if there were, they might have been covered up.
Right. Nothing that disproves it or proves it either way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I had a question also on like all of the evidence we're seeing so far, because we had last heard, very vague timelines that it's been a several weeks since anyone
It's been about a week.
Okay, that's when things happened here. Okay.
Hacking roll, I assume, is a specialized skill in computers.
I believe. Let me double check.
I believe so.
Probably.
You can hack anything if you're skilled enough. In this case, you're trying to hack computers.
You can hack anything if you have a big enough axe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So it is a specialized skill. Do you have hacking?
I do not.
Okay, so you can't like try and reroute or get control of this thing or find restricted files. But you look in. It does not look like this computer has access to the DOSO of the freelance, so it can't communicate back. It looks like the primary method was sending people to communicate back.
Yeah, no
Sending
dice with
couriers.
connecting to Coke. Yeah, it looks like they were using couriers. I mean, it's not out of the realm of things. This is an older model. I've seen these used, and quite frankly, I am surprised that they got them to work up here with their temperature issues with the batteries, but that's fine.
Ask them who hit somebody outside the door.
I'm sorry, what?
Was there sign of a struggle outside the door?
Yes.
Do I see where Naughty is referring to?
Can I send? Okay. The ability is not specific on this, like no TTRPG is, and it always pisses me off.
About what you can send via the telephone.
Can I send an image of
Cool.
what I saw?
Yeah, I'll say so.
Okay, I'm gonna send the image of the door, the where the blood spatter is.
Little annotated picture.
Is that inside the building?
Outside.
No, it's outside.
No,
outside?
it's right outside.
Okay. So I will point towards it. Did one of you do that?
One of them looks over. I didn't even notice that. We just got here shortly before you did.
Can I tell if they're being honest?
You can roll perception
Would it be like a charm on them or something? I don't know.
or wisdom, I guess.
We'll go with perception, if I can do that.
Can I roll that as well?
Sure.
What would the success number be?
8.
One success.
Nope.
All up, they're hard to read. Then.
Okay.
They don't seem to be lying.
So over the telepathic link. All right. So, official Seattle representatives of the free cities time. I don't think they're involved with what we're investigating. Legally, we should just let them go. What do you all think?
If that's the law, that's what we should do. But I do think we need to get down into this hole because there was violence outside the door. They dug where they're not supposed to. I think there's something. There might be a dead body down there.
Yeah, no, gotcha.
But yes, if that's legally what we're supposed to do, that's what we should do.
Woya, Tala, Tawasiki.
I feel like they're
Ollie.
not. I feel like they're not going to give us much more information. I can ask them a couple more questions if you want me to, see if there's anything there, but
It sounds like we verified what they've told us already. So
yeah, there's not a point to hold them at this point.
I mean, the point to hold them is that apparently somebody did some shady shit and it's going to backsplash onto our home.
But it wasn't them. Like, they literally just got here. We've been following them.
We did. This. We shouldn't be here.
So that's 2 for let them go. Woya, Tawasiki.
Yeah.
3. Woya.
As much fun as it would be to keep them alive and take them back with us, let them go. They probably will not serve any further purpose.
All right, unanimous. Out loud. All right. We've confirmed your story. You're good to go.
You let them go.
Yeah.
They gather up their team and head out.
Then I'll head in with the others.
Yep, as we'll tell them.
Okay. Do we want to go down or do we want to wait for whatever's down there to come up to us?
Go down.
What
If
is
it-
just gonna
if
walk
it was a
over.
Yeah, if it was a dumping ground for a body, I hope they aren't coming up.
Fair.
But also, there might be a monster down there, but there might not. It could have escaped already.
All right.
Well, the good news is if we're going down, we have the high ground.
The bad news is if we're going down and there is something down there, it's an ambush.
But that's what that's what we're here for, right?
An
Yeah.
ambush?
To get ambushed?
No.
We're here to figure out what happened to them.
Yeah.
Right. And that probably involves going down there, right?
Yes.
That's what I said.
Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
I lean over to I'm confused.
It's fine. Everything's okay.
Which is weird because they lean over, but they still speak it telepathically.
Lean. Mouth doesn't move.
And Moya responded out loud.
All right. I'll head down first. Yeah. Do I? I don't know. Do I? Is it dark down in whatever hole this is that Naughty's found?
It is very dark.
Are there any lights or lanterns or anything that I could grab?
It looks like there might have been at one point, but they have all been doused
Would my Suyata kit
and or broken.
would my Suyata kit contain like glow sticks or something?
No, but your Nisa can be used as a light.
Okay, yeah, then
Flashlight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
I was gonna say, is there flashlight mode?
I will turn on flashlight mode for my Pit Boy. And just direct it down the hole first to see what's down there.
It's a brief climb down, and then it looks like it drops into a tunnel system.
All right, one at a time, and I'll head.
Well,
down.
that I'm assuming they didn't make a tunnel system. So,
Definitely not.
No.
I'm heading down.
yep, they read something.
All right, so you hop down. Roll me perception as you investigate, or investigation if you have investigation.
You hop down, and from our perspective, we just see a Freddy Krueger Elm Street like spurt of blood. Just just flow up for about 3 minutes before stopping.
What's the investigation success number?
It'll be 7 or 6 for investigation, but 8 for perception.
Is there enough room
Ignore
for
that.
all of us down there?
Ignore that one. That's 3 successes. I mean, I told you guys to follow after me. I assume there's enough for all of us.
I'm going.
Yes, I'm going. I'm right after you.
2 successes, but yeah.
It's a critical failure for me.
Oh, investigation. Sorry.
It looks like a weird tunnel.
Cool.
There's probably nothing weird going on in this place.
2.
Yeah.
You're already skeptical about supernatural things.
This is fine. I'm just slightly rattled by the weirdness.
2 successes.
I'll ignore it.
I will say
Repression is good for you.
At this point, all together in a tightly confined space, and I may need my primary actions at some point, so I will drop the telepathy.
Yeah, that's fine. I will sign to Tawasike using my flashlight to illuminate. It's dark, so keep a hand on someone.
I don't need a babysitter.
No, but you can't hear me if I shout, and I can't sign in the dark.
Fine.
Shawnee, I'd like to use a mind to push my 11 to a 12.
All right, go ahead.
Try for a...
Try for a crit.
Yep. No.
No crit, but 3 successes.
I also eliminate my Nisa and.
All right, so those with one success. These tunnels don't seem like there's a lot down here. You're seeing like old equipment that might have been used to explore the tunnels, all of which is either broken or doused. And you're seeing what these tunnels seem to like have a weird winding shape to them. With 2 successes, you don't get a lot more than that. Those of you that have 3 or more successes, which I think is just Wuya.
I believe so.
There's a weird, unnatural direction to these tunnels. These aren't naturally formed. There's a shape to them, but they don't seem like they were like explicitly carved, like someone was trying to build a building. But you would almost call it a makeshift tomb.
I really do not like this place. And she's gonna try and mentally map out the entire area as we go. Yeah, this from what I can tell shape-wise, this used to be a tomb of some sort. Or is designed to act as one. So
Okay.
whatever they found, it's ancient.
We know that a spirit is active in the area. We know that it's threatening to prey on on women of the area. Rather than go down in here and walk into its lair, I'm inclined to bait it out.
Do you want to wait and...
Sorry, was that Mar or Holly?
I was just gonna say, do you know how? Do you have an idea of how to do that?
Gesture at the 4 of us that are identified as women. From what we saw, from what you guys saw in the journals, it sounds like it came after them, right?
Yeah. From what I can tell.
Yeah.
It came after...
To be said, only one of them was
female.
A woman.
So
My
we're a more enticing group.
my I'm concerned that it's already escaped. And if we just wait around for a trap or for it to come at to lure it out, we could be waiting a long time, and it could be at the somewhere out here hitting us one at a time,
My gut,
or devastating us with dreams.
my gut says that if it had already escaped or wasn't in the area anymore, then the people of the town would have gone missing already. The only people that have gone missing were the scientists.
Well, it could have escaped. A lot of people to go up to this area,
Yeah,
as they had told us.
because this is what, a 2-day trip.
It may have not
No,
left
to
the
get
area.
here, to get here from the
but-
town, it wasn't a 2-day trip. It was
Like an hour.
It was
or
a few
two.
hours.
Oh, okay.
it was a few hours. No,
To get
it's-
from Aniwa to Tawasikik was 2 days.
Okay,
or
that's where I got.
Tawasikik
That's
is
where
the
I got.
person. To get from Aniwa to
Sorry, to Sakitawak.
to Sakitawak.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Sakitawak is close enough that if it had left the area, it would have gone straight there.
It's
That's-
not. It's like the longest part of getting from Sakitawak to the Station 54 is the climb up the cliffs.
I might be.
But
I
if
might-
this happened, very recently? Actually, that's a good question. With the 5-6, how recent did that blood spatter look?
Recent, but not very recent. Like blood splatter is hard to sort of delineate once it gets between a few days and a few weeks old. So,
Mhm.
but the team was supposedly disappeared about a week ago, so
Okay.
presumably no more than a week old.
Okay.
my all of my instincts are screaming, "Don't go into the tunnels." That's bad. Going into the tunnels is a bad choice.
We could camp nearby.
My thinking is camp in the building on the first floor, or on the initial floor, and wait for it to come to us. Ambush it.
We could always try waiting, like you're saying, for, maybe a day, and if nothing happens, we can reevaluate what we're doing.
Yeah, if we wait a day and absolutely no sign, let's go down. But my gut tells me that if we go down there, we are on the back foot. You don't when you're tracking a dangerous animal, you don't go right into its lair. You wait outside.
This isn't a dangerous animal. This is something very different from a dangerous animal.
It is, but same tactics apply.
All right, I'm concerned that if we wait, that's just going to give it more time to affect us.
Very possibly. That's a legitimate concern. But
Okay.
yeah, as you said, it's just everything in me is screaming, "Don't go in the hole."
We have
Down
very
in the
different
hole.
people screaming at us in our heads.
Fair.
Way down in the hole. Way down in the hole. So the plan is to set a trap.
Yeah, like camp out on the first floor with the intention to ambush it if it comes out. And if nothing happens at all, like if it just seems quiet, not like they've been missing a week. A extra day isn't going to make the bodies rot that much more.
So you settle in and prepare. and as the evening falls and you all have to sleep for the night, we will discuss what haunts your dreams in the evening and what happens the next day next time.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.